I'm very glad because each one of you are interested really to be part of this undertaking. For all you know, ang dami po nating update. Just for a briefer, first week of November, meron po tayong special activity and that is the COPC accreditation. So may I request Dr. Sanchez, we really need your assistance, ma'am. All teachers who had taught last year and this year ng PhD, meron po tayong assessment. So we will be interviewed. May breakout sessions po lahat. All faculty who taught under sa PhD program, magkakaroon po tayo ng interview with the CHED. So next week na yan and we will keep you posted regarding that. We need your cooperation kasi may breakout room. So, hindi pwede na ihati ko aking sarili, no? So, isa-isa talaga per area. So, yung hindi pa po nakasubmit ng syllabus, kindly submit, especially kung if you have the PRC, yung mga licenses, your pictures, no? Please submit. Alright, we are very happy to announce that we will be having our first international and 5th multidisciplinary research colloquium with the theme Building Academic Resiliency Through Research Synergy. So this is a very good activity because we will be in partnership with the University of Dr. Romel. One of the plenary speakers po si Dr. Romel because he's very good, no? Ang galing niya, then he can share some inputs with us. And so with Doc Rami, we're very happy for this. And then ito po, magkakaroon, kung sino ang manalo, so may important dates po, deadline, submission would be November 19. So Doc Romel, if you have some students who would like to help to present their paper from Dubai, since we are in partnership, free po sa inyo. Pero dito, hindi siya free, no, sa Philippines kasi we will be magkakaroon po tayo kasi ng mga awards. So, yung manalo po per area, so they will be receiving 1,000, no? And so, kung sino po yung magiging adjudicators natin, so we have identified adjudicators, they will also be given fees, professional fees, and so with the peer reviewers. So, although we say na it's online, pero meron man tayong, syempre, professional fees na gagawin kasi this is not a one-man band. So it's a team and it has to be properly coordinated. So along with that, we also have another information sa announcement po natin. Nasa website actually lahat ng information. So meron po tayong new updated calendar of activities. So for those, especially kay Doc Romel, I know you're very busy and you are very particular with dates. Ito po, Doc Romel. So, yung ating midterm exam po, this coming December 11 to 12 pa. So, others, wala pa siyang wala pang insight doon from the admin. Kung after midterm, pwede na ba tayong mag-Christmas break. So, wala pa po. Pero usually, after midterm, meron pong tinatawag na Christmas break. So if you will be initiating or organizing a webinar that's good for 300 people and above, the AMSUGs, the right arm of SGS, had subscribed to Zoom. So pwede tayong magkaroon ng webinar. If you want to request for a Zoom link, so i-click niyo lang po yan. Ito po yung meron po tayong SGS webinar registration. We need this so that pag mag-accreditation po tayo, meron tayong take-off. What I mean is well-documented po lahat and then dadaan siya sa YouTube ng SGS para hindi naman masayang yung effort. And say for instance, halimbawa, you have your, you want to have the registration, dapat it should be at least 5 days before the said event na mangyari. Alright, so you just write the name of the event, and then you have the course, and then the date ng event ninyo. And then if you want to request for a Zoom link, kasi you think mas marami ang magiging ninyo participants online, you just click this one. Okay, request for Zoom link. And then we also have the objectives. So kung free naman yung inyong webinar, so you just write or tick and type free. Kung may amount siya, you just stipulate how much. All right, so if you think you have invited a resource speaker from an international, so you will just take international here. So kung local lang ba or national. And then brief bio note, itong webinar po natin, attach this to this requirement is from our e-portfolio. Okay, so we will discuss more of e-portfolio later. So kung may other concerns po kayo regarding your webinar, so you just type here. And then, of course, before you will have the registration, dapat naka-ready na po yung poster. So ang teacher, hindi na po kayong gagawa ng poster, it should be the student. Anyway, alam yan ng student how to create their own poster through Canva. Kasi very easy lang po yan. Okay? So yun po yung SGS webinar natin. So pwede na kayo makaano ng webinar. So if you want to look for this link, so nandito lang siya sa website natin under webinar registration. All right? So after that, from our end, let's go back. So yun siya po, again, for the latecomers. So meron tayong first international and fifth, no? Kasi annual po ito na nagkakaroon tayo ng Multidisciplinary Research Colloquium. So, and then we also have, ito na po yung meat of all things. Under faculty, ito, if you will click, ito hindi pa siya ready ha, please. Ito yung magiging evidences po ng ating e-portfolio. Say for instance, we will click Dr. Regalado. So, nandyan na po yung mukha niya. And then, if you would like to edit this, halimbawa, hindi mo ito picture, balik tayo ha. Like si Dr. Otero, if i-click natin si Ma'am Regalado itsura niya, so how do we edit this? Kasi we set up everything para somewhat may similarity tayo. And even the course description, you can edit this. So you just move lower sa rightmost and then editable na po. So let's say for example, hindi ito si Dr. Otero. So you just click your picture and then after that, you click this one and then upload. Doon, hanapin mo yung picture niyo po. No? Kung ano yung picture niyo, say for example, I don't know, this one. So, halimbawa, iyan siya. So, you just resize it by clicking the crop. Okay? So, ma-resize nyo lang po yan. And so, this one, editable na po yan. Dadali lang po. Okay, now, if you want to see yung picture kasi editable ito siya, you just click this one, view. Maraming preview po ito. If you want to have a preview of this one using your phone, ito po yung i-click ninyo. Okay, so yan yung itsura niya. Pag using the tablet, ito po ang itsura. Then, if you're using the computer, so ganito ang itsura niya. Okay? So, if you want to go back to the editing icon, so you just click this one. Okay? So, the most important here under the e-portfolio is your specific dates. Kasi, may mga proof po tayo na dapat ipakita as part of the requirement, no? As part of the requirement ng SGS. And which will also be parang part ng monitoring din namin and at the same time to be utilized for accreditation. Para hindi kami siging hingi ng documents or all activities po natin, we will just, halimbawa sa October 9 po yan, ninyo ginawa. By the way, you can edit this, depends upon your schedule. Kasi others, they have their classes Saturday or other Sunday. No? So you just highlight this and then you click this one if you want to have it linked, no? So, but before you can have this linked, you have to make sure meron na po sa drive yung inyong mga proofs or evidences. So, for example, you would like to have this syllabus. So, itong syllabus niyo po halimbawa. So, i-right click niyo lang po yan and then, of course, you have to make sure na so, you have to click dapat anyone with the link po. Bakit? Para makita din po, no? Kasi kung hindi anyone with the link, if you don't want to have that, yung viewer lang siya, so makita. Pero minsan, pag viewer lang po, the tendency is hindi nila makita talaga as a whole. So, it's better to have it editor and then copy link. So once you have now the link, you go back to this one and then you can now click and paste the link and you click apply. So I have now this hyperlink. This is what we call hyperlink. And then let's view this one. Let's have a preview. Okay, so this one, yung bago natin ginawa. So if I will click October 9, so ito po yung naging output natin. Sample lang ito ha, kay Ma'am Tejada. Okay, so yun ang syllabus. So in other words, hindi na tayo mahirapan ng mga outputs po ninyo because everything is done online. Considering that our classes purely tayo full on more on online activities. And then, the last but not the least, may mga webinars po kayo. Please be informed na sa webinars po natin, dito nyo yung ipopost, no? So, gagawa lang kayo ng hyperlink, i-hyperlink nyo lang yung output. And then, another thing, if you will proceed to this, for the latecomers, meron po tayong announcements. So, nandito po yung ating okay. So those who would like to have their webinars, kung aabot ng 300 and above, so you can click this webinar registration. Make sure you have to secure permit at least 5 days prior to the event. Why is this so? We are not saying na dapat alam namin lahat. The most important thing po kasi, if we have this one, no, SGS webinar registration, if you want na magkaroon tayo ng Zoom link, no, we can provide a Zoom link para you can have more than at least 300 up, 300 to 500 online participants, pwede po natin makikita yan. So you just click request for Zoom link. Okay, and then if your webinar is for free, then you just say type free. Kung hindi, you just indicate the amount for that webinar. And then the best thing here is I am really suggesting that we can have at least before the semester ends, meron tayong one international webinar. And then you just give us the brief bio note of that resource paper niyo po. And then if you have other concerns, you just place your concerns here and then upload your poster. In other words, para masabi natin na ready na kayo for the webinar, at least you should have this yung poster po. Why are we gathering this? Para pang po tayo, accreditation, hindi na kami mahirapan magsiging ask and request sa inyo kasi everything is here. Okay, so this is for easy tracking. And the last but not the least is in our site. Ito na po yung updated calendar of activities based sa nabigay po sa atin ng registrar. So for all you know, ito po may mga changes pa ito. But ito po yung existing natin na activity schedule. So we will have our midterm December 11 to 12 po. Okay? So I guess the most important thing din pa pala, meron tayong first International and Multidisciplinary Research Colloquium. We have been, the SGS is having annual Multidisciplinary Research Colloquium, but this is the first time that we will be having our first international, considering that this is online. Okay? So, if may mga po kayo, interested na mga advices, so why don't you grab this opportunity? This will be on December 5. In partnership po ito from Dubai and from India po. No? Can you see left side? You will see there the video materials. Okay? For the video materials, let's say, may mga video ka na mga link na gusto. So, nandito lang ngayon po. Sample lang po ito ha. So, how do you edit this? Halimbawa, dadagdag tayo ng video ninyo para hindi kayo mahirapan. This is what you're gonna do. First is you, at the right side, you can see here mga iba't ibang pwedeng i-insert. So, here, if you want to have a video, so hanapin nyo lang si YouTube. Okay? Click nyo si YouTube. And then say, for example, you want to have video about peace. So I will click peace, find this one. If for example, itong gusto ko, so what I need to do, select, click select. So nandiyan na agad ang video. Okay? So halimbawa, ay mali. So I don't want this video. So i-delete nyo lang po yan. Okay? So I think, So much with that, allow me to share a video presentation para mas clear po paano siya gawin. Okay? So let us view this silently. Good day, everyone. My name is Teacher Claire. Welcome to Roblox Learning Tutorial. Interested to create an e-portfolio for free? This session is for you. Today, the objective for this session is to create an e-portfolio using Google Sites. In this manner, you can easily develop your own website to showcase your teaching portfolio if you are a teacher, or your learning portfolio if you are a student. Just follow the steps in this tutorial to set up your e-portfolio. First, go to the Google Drive. Then in the upper left-hand corner, click on New. Once you click New, you should see an option to click on More, then click on Google Sites. Or you can simply type the URL sites.google.com. And as you click it, find the student portfolio. Once you are in this page, start by clicking the top left corner by naming our site. For easy tracking of your e-portfolio, name your site by typing your last name. For example, LIMS e-portfolio. Once you've named your site, give your first page a title, like LIMS e-portfolio is CPE 105 subject. This is to show ownership. Now, before we move on, go to the upper right hand corner and click on Publish button. And click on Manage. As advanced information, once you've done with e-portfolio, you just click Invite People and type my email address. So once done, you can click Publish. Likewise, I need you to share your site by clicking this icon towards the upper right hand of your screen that looks like a chain. Click on that link and it will give you Publish Site link. This is also the link that you need for others to browse your Google site. Actually, you can paste this link to email your teacher or to a Google Doc where your teacher has asked you to share your site link. So, similar to the setting up of PowerPoint presentation, you can change layout from this menu over here on the right. So further, you can add a table of content instead of images, buttons, and that you can add hyperlinks to other documents or sites. A divider to divide the sections of your website is also there. A YouTube video if you want to, your Google Site Calendar map, and any of the other Google apps. Next, let's place contents to your website. In setting up your e-portfolio, it will usually consist of the following pages and sections, which may depend on your personal preference. On your home page, remember to keep it simple, clean, and easy to read. So you may insert a photo of yourself and make it professional or formal, not anything silly or weird or cartoonized. On top, we have the site name. Give a name for this. Let's call it as DLMSN, e-portfolio. So that's our site document name. And now we want to name the site itself where the viewer of the website is going to see. It's better to have similar titles. We name it as BLMSN e-portfolio. We have chosen BLSMN as the initial of the name of the group. Now we're gonna go to the title page. As mentioned, this was the site name, and up here, this is the document name. At the center, we call the title page. Let's call it CPE 105 e-portfolio. Next, let's add a logo to our website. We simply go to settings, and then when it says run images, you click upload the actual logo as the official official logo if you have a file. If not, click select, and then you can search the MSU logo under Google Image Search. Now let's select the theme. Here's the different themes where you can select. You can also change the fonts and the colors. In this website, at the right side, you will notice different colors right here. Just pick what you like and the color is changed. You can also change the font style by going very low here down at the bottom. Now you can see the font style and you've got 3 different choices. Now we will proceed to the menu style. If you want to edit and change this menu, you can simply go here to the little gear icon, and then on the navigation, you'll see the mode was at the top. If I change it to side, watch out what happens. Right here to the left, now you'll see 3 lines representing hamburger. Click it, and now you'll see that the menu pops up on the side. You can also change the color of the menu by going here to this little gear icon. Now you can change the color. I like black since next, let's proceed to the header types. Let's take a look at this web page. This is the first page. Take note that the very top of this whole section is what we call as header. As we hover it, let's go to the header type. Let's explore the 4 different types. Let's click over. Here's the result. You can also go to large banner. To banner. And finally, title only. One important thing you need to know are the arrows right up here, which are the redo and undo buttons. Having said that, let's proceed to duplication of sections. Since in this video, I presume that you will be creating a group portfolio, let's duplicate the section about me so that each student will have his or her own section. This is how you do it. Click a section to highlight it, then click the duplicate button found at the left side. Now, we've duplicated the About Me section. In the same manner, we can delete a section by clicking the section that we want to delete, and instead of hitting it, I'm gonna click this trash can icon, which means delete. So as I hit this icon, the section that you see now was deleted. This time, let's drag and move sections. If you want to move the About Me section at the top, just click this section and hold this bunch of little dots and move it all the way up, putting the About Me section right there. So now it's on top. However, others prefer to place it at the bottom. This time, let's edit a template. You can edit the template by clicking the section or a text box that you want to edit and just write over it. So easy, right? Actually, you can change the font style, make it bold, or make bullet lists by simply hitting the icon. Lastly, for this part 1 video lesson on Google Style is the inserting of links. Since the content of your e-portfolio requires linking of resources, it's important that you know how to insert links into your website, because Part of your e-portfolio is to showcase your learning insights based on the modules and videos presented in our course. Insert a link, simply highlight the text and then click insert link and then copy that link and click apply. So that's all for our part 1 lesson on e-portfolio using Google Sites. If you want to receive notification for my... All right, so I think I'm done now. This time, may I request Dr. Eno? I will stop sharing my screen. Doc Eno? So if you want to see the video, I will just post it later in the website of the SGS for more information. And please, wag lang kayo magalit kapag hindi pa na-edit yung some of your e-portfolio kasi we're still updating some of it. So you may do so. You can explore. We will send you the letter through Gmail, I mean. So this time, may I request Dr. Eno to present her proposal regarding SGS.
Do you have the video? Do you have the PowerPoint?
Yeah.
Yeah, can we use that, please?
You see my screen?
Okay. As a background, first of all, I would like to acknowledge my joy because some of the people that we really need to help us are here with us. Our alumni regent, faculty regent, Aguha, and of course we have also all the head of the department in graduate school, as well as our Chancellor Kanakan. Okay, please take note that this proposal started with 2 years ago rather. This came up because of our problem that in GAA, General Appropriations Act, for so many years, more than 20 years, we have a budget of 28,000 only compared to Maguindanao, which is a very small unit of the university, which is 7 million as far as advanced academic studies is concerned. So how do we increase that? Now, we have to come up with a program of activities wherein there is a need for us to augment the fund through that activities. So this is the thing that we come up with in my class in green economics class, which is about green building designed by my student architect Mike Ang. I think he's around. I just saw his name. So just for a few minutes because I have to end. Right? So this Robert. Balik mo ako doon. Okay. The project purpose, of course, is we know the requirement of our country, not only our country, but the world. So there is a need for us to enhance our learning of sustainable development. So we came up with this building designed by, as I said, you can just read what are the things that we intend to have that serve as the model for all integration green building, etc. Next. So the criteria that were made is based on the following. Okay, this is the requirement. And I'm very, very happy to inform you that per meeting with some NIDA people, they were very happy because according to them, this is the only study submitted to them which has complete requirement that the agency needs. Okay, go on. Culture sensitive, smart, intelligent, etc. Right, blend with nature. And the location is just at the side of our academic building, the graduate studies building, in front of or at the back of Notre Dame. This is the site. Go on. So these are the plans. Next. You don't have to discuss this further. These are for the engineers to understand. Next. Next.
Wow.
Okay, so this is the feature of the building. Okay. As I said, 2 years ago, we submitted this to the dean before and to the chancellor. But then accordingly, the barrier of that thing is that because we have a BOR resolution devolving all the departments in graduate studies to different colleges. That is the barrier. That is the one that impeded us to go on with this. Next. Okay. So description of building. Okay, so this is the amount, and this is the amount given according to Eno. Now, the problem that we had on devolving all the programs of the graduate school is solved as far as these studies, this IIT program. No, this was approved by the BOR series of resolution number 184 series of 2021, wherein accordingly, as stated here, I have also the supporting documents regarding to this, but this is the title of the resolution itself, which is that some of the courses like that of SDS and maybe public ad or any courses which cannot be distributed because they don't have a college can be a part of this program, and it was really approved. Okay, just to give you a bird's eye view on the context of these studies. It says here, host the Sustainable Development Studies and Data Program of the Institute, while providing an open door to others in future multidisciplinary programs joining the center. So it has a long-range objective, not only what we have today, but all other. Next, number two, third, go to third there. Next slide, please. Supports, we know what is education for zero, okay, in relation to technology, and all of this matters, okay. Now, all right, go on. Mabilis lang tayo. Participates in manpower development to attain national goals and the sustainable development goals. Take note that our country needs to attain the 17 sustainable development goals, and this is one way of helping, in our country needs much more beginning from our region. So it's very this one is approved in IIT, but in IIT they cannot just have a building because they have a very, very small space. So they can just offer some of their spaces in their school. I have had talk with the focal persons on this project, so do with the proponent, except maybe with the chancellor kasi wala siyang time. In a very short span of time, we were able to gather this data. So the point here that I am raising is that we have a problem and this is a solution, and maybe some of the objectives here can be changed or amended in accordance with our needs and the needs of the beneficiaries or stakeholders. And therefore, the problem of budget can also be solved here. Why? Because per consultation with NEDA, if we have a program in progress, eventually you can request for operational expenses and the like, PS maybe, etc., capital outlay. And we have this capital outlay, which is very, very complete, done well by my student, Michael Ang, and with additional inputs from other classmates, from his classmates as well. Now, the point here is, sa pagmamadali namin, right there with, of course, Dr. Abba, when we met our the people we consulted with NEDA, right there we came up with a plan. And the plan was, this is already late. It has to be done 2023. Now, how do we come up with this? First, it has to be a part of the plan submitted by MSU. And this was not included. Going back, MSU cannot just submit anything which was not approved internally. I mean, with the process that we have, that there is a need for the department to come up with the plan, and the plan will have to be approved by the coordinating committee in our own level, and then the APC and the like. Nauna tayo sa NEDA, dumiritso tayo sa NEDA. So yan ang pinapandali natin. With the hope that with your help and approval, this group, we can recommend this with slight changes that we need to address. Okay, and then by February, we can talk with the people who are approving all the budget that we need. So yun, babalik tayo doon sa ano. Now, so it was a good thing because Vice Chancellor Lawas, Dr. Lawas, as well as Luable, the budget officer, supported us. Of course, the big thing is there is also big support from the level down. So I need the ideas of Mayong, because definitely he could help us with this. Our problem with budget 28,000 for so many years. A year, 28,000. Kahit na bond paper, bala, hindi tayo makabili. Vis-a-vis, MSU, Maguindanao, they have 7 million. MSU IIT, Academic Studies, they have 28 million. Other schools, so much. But why, how come that we don't have? Maybe we have not foreseen the need. And what is the implications to that? Sometimes we stop offering the subject. Sometimes we just have to dissolve a subject because we don't have enough students, which is not a thing that we are not supposed to do because we are a state university. Why? Because we don't have funds. We rely on our students in tuition fees. And our tuition, remember that Mindanao State University is catering to special beneficiaries of the country, and they are so poor. Can't we do something more so that we can lower our fee and then they can come up here? So this is one solution. On top of that, solutions like getting grants. Like you see, IIT, they have so many grants because they did well in getting, giving proposals to many funding agencies, which we can do. So with this, hopefully, on our level, we can say that everybody approve of it. And yan na ang style ni Lola. Kailangan makuha niya bago siya pumanaw. Nadidinig niyo ako? Okay, you get my point? Kaya nga ako ng 50% plus one, but there is no need because pwede namang referendum, and everybody has to agree that in as much as SDS will be left behind, public art will be left behind, we do not know. We have 3 courses under SDS, actually 6 yan, hindi natin know for lahat. Where do the economics go? Where do the community development go? Wala naman din tayong CD. Where do the natural resources go? And education, pupunta sila sa different colleges. In effect, mas scattered sila, hindi na mapababayan na. And the main objective of coming up with this course, which is a very noble course, I believe that ito ay kailangan natin. Of course, Esther, you can talk. You have the floor. Yeah.
Are you done, ma'am?
Yeah, Ma'am Inuray, this is really a very excellent proposal, but as you have mentioned earlier, that there is a need to pass through we call this planning committee before submission to NEDA. Will NEDA honor the proposal, or will NEDA return back the proposal for further deliberation by the panel group or the planning group of MSU Jensen? Since you are having plans once a year or twice a year.
Ma'am Eno, please unmute yourself. We cannot hear you.
Sorry. We have done as our requirement with NEDA. Ours is magbabacktrack tayo in a faster pace so that whatever things that in the process, kasi hanggang February pa yan, kailangan nila makasagot tayo. So one is approval on our level. Second, APC. That's all. And then, yun lang ang kailangan natin as of now. Kompleto naman yung you can take a look, anybody who's interested, we can give the copy.
And thank you, Dr. Eno. I am really appreciative of the effort and for the initiative of having this. Actually, after we have just discussed with Ma'am Sheila, parang part naman din po talaga na we are moving towards this direction. Kasi just like sa Smart Hub natin, Ma'am Esther, do you remember yung sa ating sa ating planning? So pwede din siya parang maside.
Yeah.
Parang,
I remember nagplan tayo na may building din.
yeah.
Sir Mayong is raising his hand, Ma'am Aba. Doc Mayong. Doc Mayong.
Doc Mayong, you are recognized.
Yeah, pleasant good afternoon to each and everyone. Thank you very much, Ma'am Eno. I have not replied to your call kanina because I was just tied up in the online thing. I think this is a very good proposal. Nothing to do basically what happened to graduate school. No, because a building is a building, and we need that one. I think the starting process is for the faculties that will be involved in there, and the graduate school should really endorse it to management. That's the first test. No? I think our faculty now could officially push and endorse it, then the dean brings it to top management and to the APC. No? Then they include that in their annual planning. Sa IIT naman kasi, ang style din sa IIT, what they are getting in IIT usually in the board, they just send it to the board. No? After they approve it in their campus, they don't have the money, they send it to the board. Then once it's approved by the board, yun na ho yung ginagamit nila sa fundraising. Kaya pag tinignan ninyo, ma'am po, yung proposal halimbawa, the way IIT craft, catch all with all agencies. Kung DOST niya ilalapit, pwede ang DOST kasi sustainable energy, etc. Pero kailangan nakasulat po siya. Kung saan nakasulat din, tapos dala-dala ni IIT yan, yun na yung ilalapit niya doon sa agency. Tapos ihingi muna siya ng endorsement ng NEDA region, sa Regional Development Council. No? Para ibenta. It's not really that it has all the funding available. No, it's all a fundraising thing. Pero ang sinisigurado ni Nano, approve ng board namin ito.
Correct. Actually, yan ang
ang pwede po natin gawin, if you like, the faculty who are present here can probably just affirm to it, no, so that the dean can submit it officially to management. No, then include that in the APC agenda, then it goes all the way to the board. Pagkatapos ng board, then yung board resolution na yun na ilalabi na natin dito sa NEDA region, hoping that some of the regional offices will pick it up. Ganun lang naman yon. But the other one kasi, maraming channel kasi na pwedeng ipasok na siya once it has an approval. But pag wala siyang imprimatur, yun po yung limitation, medyo matagal. No? Hindi naman kailangan talaga din na dapat ay may pera agad available, ma'am. No? As far as my experience with the board, with IIT halimbawa, sa mga ganito na nag-advance thinking sila, ang hinihingi lang nila nga we all agreed on it. Where to find the money, that's the next problem. So yun po yung pwede nating daanan, Ma'am Eno, on this. No? We can endorse it officially, then it goes up.
Correct.
Then let's work. Kasi kung hindi kaya sa GAA natin, most likely hindi kaya kasi ito ay malaki, meron kang ilalato sa mga agency. Kaya titingnan sino ba ang may pera, DOST, may pera, malaki ang DOST, no? Or DPWH. So doon nakalagay yung sa justification usually na pag tinignan mo pag IIT, common mo yan na naka-integrate lahat. Ganda-ganda, no? Paano ini-integrate? Kasi ang purpose talaga niya, kung kani-kanino nila binibigay yung proposal po nila. Yun po yan.
Yeah.
Ako, I agree with Ma'am Eno. I think if the graduate school is ready, then let us endorse this one because you like it or not, we need that in the graduate school.
Yeah.
No? Naka-crowd out tayo ng ibang mga programs where in fact, our graduate school is a priority program of the university.
Actually, for the benefit of the other department, lahat naman yan, yeah, everybody will be given, yeah. I'm very happy for all your comments and reactions. Hindi lang hindi lang SDS ang makikinabang dito. Nakalagay doon all other colleges kasi super kulang tayo ng classroom. Hindi natin alam kukunin. Tama ka, Mayong. In fact, we are thinking even of writing all the names of the different foreign and local agencies. Doon sa equipment will be sourced out from the USTES because that is the thing, no? You know, if we'll be asked by NEDA, how are you going to get a fund for this if we cannot give it from through the GAA? So at least mayroon tayong plan A, plan B, plan C.
Kailangan lang po talaga may official approval siya, may imprimatur yung project. Kasi kahit foreign donors kung meron, yun pa rin yung hahanapin kasi nila
Correct,
may approval by to at the different levels of the organization.
By the way, I'm really very thankful that si Dr. Robles is action-oriented lady. Grabe. Nakaano na siya doon ng mga kung saan kami pupunta. So, kaya sabi ko sa God is very kind kasi nandiyan lahat. Parang ko lang ito na at least bago niya ako kukunin, meron akong magawa. Something more. I know I have done more. So yes. At least tapos ko yung time ko and it's almost time to pray. Can we have can we say that what Regent Agu has said can be taken? It's what do you call this?
It's a go.
Yeah.
Positive kami, ma'am. We are
Resolution from the floor, Mario Aguhat, for approval of this.
Yeah, we can just have a motion on this that we are endorsing as a faculty of the graduate school para may authority yung dean to put it up because it was agreed by the faculty po natin sa graduate school.
Okay. So be it. Pwede na ako mag-leave.
Before you leave, ma'am, may I request all the faculty to please turn on your camera so we can have a
picture?
Opo. Because
with the
part din po.
Yeah, with the PowerPoint title.
With the PowerPoint.
Picture tayo.
Sige po.
Para masabi na pinag-usapan natin yan.
Yes, sorry.
Oh.
Let me share my screen.
Nasaan na ako ngayon?
Lan?
Nabala ako
Picture lang.
Wait lang, nabala ako.
Lan?
Yes, nabala
Makita
ako.
ka, Ma'am Eno. You can be seen. Makita ka man. Oo, sa
Okay.
grupo.
Lan, pwede mo screenshot? Sinong kasi hindi ako makakita. Okay, so with that, I would like to say thank you very much. So, thank you very much for your time. And just to have a recap because most of you, hindi po na on time. So, I know very busy po tayo. And I just would like to highlight, ito yung importante sa lahat po regarding your portfolio. The most crucial pa lang, before I forget, yung sa PhD, we will be having our assessment from COPC from CHED. Ang ano kasi, the SGS will be evaluated from national CHED, no? Hindi national talaga na CHED. Hindi lang siya dito sa regional. So, I just would like to request those teachers like Dr. Campado, sir, kung okay lang po, Ma'am Teresa, and Ma'am Plaga, and the rest of you na nag-teach sa SGS PhD program. We will be giving you some information para you will be present during the assessment. And by November 13 po, all programs, 8 programs ng SGS, again, will be re-evaluated. So we will just be giving you some information. I hope you will help us in this endeavor kasi po, ang based sa communication from CHED, pwede pong ma-close ang program. Yun, kapag hindi tayo ma-evaluate, makapasa sa evaluation. So I hope everything will just be, I will be asking for your support regarding this para smooth sailing lang po na tayo. Okay, so with that, I think I've done my part. So are there any other concerns? Because I think it's already 5:39. We have already hit our target time. So, wala naman po siguro concerns, no? Except that we are now in our, parang nakaka-pressure na because of the demands ngayon ng CHED, especially sa, sa accreditation ngayon. Yun yung challenge natin ngayon. No? Kung may mga questions po kayo, I will be posting also yung mga YouTube na video para madali nyo lang ma-edit yung e-portfolio. Because the best part ng e-portfolio po natin is number 1, for tracking, no? Tracking ng mga outputs ng teachers and students. Isa lang po ang doon, parang crucial part. So, I hope na yung data privacy. So, I hope wala lang tayong ma-violate doon. So, it's on purely academics lang po, then that's good. Especially in showcasing the outputs and activities, yung objectives po ninyo. And the most important thing there is that you are really working, no? Working with the students. So, yun lang po yung highlights natin sa e-portfolio. Madali lang po yan kasi na-set up na. Just give us enough time. Pero if you have, you can actually discover and edit from your end so that it will be an additional parang tinatawag natin input sa part ninyo na somehow ma-update din po kayo na may Google site. You can create your own within your Gmail. No? So nasa Gmail lang po lahat yon for free and accessible anytime with the students as well. So kung may time pa later, so next meeting session perhaps, I can also showcase to you yung mga outputs ng mga students. Okay, so having said that, I am very grateful and thankful for your presence. Thank you very much. Hindi na natin papatagalin. What's important lang talaga dito, I hope you will support us sa accreditation po, especially yung PhD program kasi on deck na kasi siya. Alright, so with that, let's call it a night and thank you very much for your presence. Thank you, Doc Mayo and the team, Ma'am Andrea Campado, and Doc Romel, Sir Leonard. So maayong gabi isa tanan. God bless, stay safe, and have
Good night.
Good night all.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doc Romel. Hope you will update your e-portfolio. Lani, marami tayong gawin sa e-portfolio nila. Bye-bye. Ingat po kayo. God bless.